What's up, guys? Welcome into another episode of the Michigan Recruiting Report. The Wolverines just landed another commitment. Michigan staying red hot on the recruiting trail. Before we talk about that, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. Get notifications every time we drop new videos. And also subscribe to the Wolverine.com. We're running a special promo just for you. Use the promo code UM1 to get $1 for 2 months over at the Wolverine.com. That gets you premium recruiting information, team information, basketball, transfer portal, and so much more. All right, guys. So like I said, Michigan has scored another commitment. This time it's 4-star in-state athlete Elijah Dotson. I was the first one to put in a prediction for Dotson coming out of his weekend visit. And obviously he has now made his decision. He flipped from Pitt. And look, even though the Pitt's not this highly regarded program, I think that Dotson is a really intriguing land. He has a lot of upside. When you look at his rankings, he's a 4-star top 250 guy on the industry. On3 has him as a 3-star, 24/7 has him as a top 125 guy. ESPN has him as a low 4-star, and Rivals has him as a high 3-star. I think the answer is kind of somewhere in the middle. I have him in the high 3-star, low 4-star range. But like I said, he's a really intriguing athlete. He's listed as an athlete for a reason. He's a two-way star at Belleville, which is obviously one of the premier schools in the state of Michigan. He has had a really, really good year at the wide receiver position. As a defensive back, he offers versatility. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife on the back end. He's a prospect that can play cornerback. He can play safety. He can be a nickel. And, Michigan just missed out on Jordan Young, who ended up going to Clemson. So they have a need for a nickel. And when you think about nickels, maybe you think about Mike Sainristil types. But Michigan wants to get a little bit taller, longer at that position, maybe a little bit more Rod Moore-esque. So I think Elijah Dotson fits that athletic profile. And again, he's 6'1", 170. So he has good height. He has good length. And like I said, the athleticism is there. He makes a lot of plays at the wide receiver position as a kick returner, punt returner. So he's definitely, again, a really, really intriguing athlete. Now, the other interesting thing about Elijah Dotson, well, I guess before we talk about that piece, as far as how this recruitment happened, Dotson was actually considered a heavy Michigan lean early in the process. But when Steve Clinkscale, Michigan's former cornerbacks coach, left to the NFL and joined Jim Harbaugh, things kind of drifted off between the two parties. Dotson committed to Pitt. Lamar Morgan focused on some other targets, but Morgan circled back to him this fall, did a really good job of building that relationship with Dotson. I think you have to give Lamar Morgan a lot of credit for putting together a really, really impressive secondary haul. It's one of the best in the country. But yeah, I think that landing Dotson is also important because he is a teammate of Bryce Underwood. Michigan is obviously working to flip the 5-star quarterback away from LSU. Dotson, a good friend of Underwood and a teammate, can be in his ear constantly, can recruit him to Michigan. So I think that piece helps as well and adds kind of a little bit of a new wrinkle there. I think that LSU is still, those on the LSU side are still confident that it'll stick with the Tigers, but Michigan is continuing to work the NIL angle. I think Dotson gives you a guy that can recruit him on a daily basis. So it's definitely a positive for Michigan in the sense that Dotson helps with Underwood, but also he's a versatile piece that can turn into something on either side of the ball. I wouldn't rule him out as a wide receiver either. So for more on the Elijah Dotson commitment, make sure to head over to the Wolverine.com. Remember to use that promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at the Wolverine.com. Get premium insider information on all things recruiting. And also like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, get notifications every time we drop new videos. You want to turn those on, especially as Michigan stays hot on the recruiting trail.